Salut tout le monde. Alors, petit changement. Finalement, je fais une petite pause Assassin's Creed. Et puis en fait, comme il y a pas si longtemps que ça, j'ai recommencé Game of Thrones, la série. J'avais vu que la première saison il y a très longtemps. Du coup, j'ai enchaîné. Donc là, j'en suis à la fin de la troisième saison. Et en fait, j'ai eu vent qu'il y avait un jeu Game of Thrones de Telltale. Donc Telltale Games, les développeurs qui avaient fait notamment, parce qu'ils en ont fait beaucoup, mais une série de jeux sur Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us, Retour vers le futur. Enfin, ils ont fait pas mal de franchises comme ça, avec leurs épisodes, enfin leur série, leur saison de 6 en moyenne 6 épisodes, je crois, à chaque fois. Et toujours en faisant un pas de côté par rapport à la franchise sur laquelle il travaillait. Et donc là, pour Game of Thrones, bon, je suis pas un expert, mais de ce que j'ai compris, ça se concentre euh, pas sur la- j'allais dire la quête principale. Non, c'est pas une quête principale. Euh, ça se concentre sur la maison Forrester. Donc centré autour de la maison Forrester. Et donc juste après, ou pendant, je sais pas trop, les noces pourpres, le fameux banquet, la fameuse scène du banquet, qui est donc dans l'épisode 9 de la saison 3. Voilà. Où là, euh, Lord Gregor Forrester et son héritier sont tués par les Frey. Donc ceux qui s'occupent de... Bref, je ne détaille pas. Et donc ça part de là. Voilà, j'en sais pas plus. C'est le premier épisode, il s'appelle Iron from Ice. Et on va le démarrer tout de suite. Oui, sauf que, évidemment, on va le reprendre depuis le début. Parce que moi je l'ai tenté pour voir. Donc supprimer. Ok. Voilà. Et là, normalement, commencer épisode 1. Voilà, donc je suis pas un expert de Game of Thrones, donc bon, je vais pas pouvoir faire les comparaisons ou les petits easter eggs qui pourraient se présenter, mais bon. Alors, pendant des siècles, la maison Forrester fut une alliée loyale de la maison Stark. Dans les plus sombres recoins du bois au loup, ils cultivent les rares arbres ferrugiers. Maintenant, le nord est déchiré par la guerre et les maisons rivales cherchent à s'accaparer les ferrugiers des Forrester. Et le sort de la maison Forrester est en jeu.
The trout, the trout, the trout in the towers, the wolves dropped the fish and they all ran away. The trout, he flopped off without a
Alors, il a l'air assez joli, bon, comme tous les jeux Telltale, en général, il y a une patte artistique.
The great Jamie Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
Ah bah ça y est, ça commence. Les spécialistes des QTE.
Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it. Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest, you are just a squire.
Oh, don't be an arse, Bowen.
Apologies, your lordship.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next, he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
You think he's lying?
Nor never lets the truth stand in the way of a good story.
You captured the Kingslayer.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What did I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
But not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story, which grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on. It's your job.
I don't take orders from you.
No, but you take orders from him. You idiot, you're his squire. Now fetch him some wine.
Je fais le relou.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it.
Donc voilà, après les choix qu'on fait, en
Norrin's
vérité,
family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries.
discours.
His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield. Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate. To Robb Stark, the King in the North!
The king
King in the North! Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard!
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Death to
La
the
vie rapproche.
Lannisters!
Vas-y.
Winter is coming.
Ouais.
Let's hope it waits till this bloody war's over.
Got it.
Oui, donc je disais, les choix sont pas méga importants, sauf à certains
Keep an
moments.
eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now. Something must be done.
What do you mean?
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you?
Oh, juste honorer
Certainly
cette
well.
noble maison.
To bring honor to House Forrester, my lord.
You have more honor than those who were born to it. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett.
Oh,
Your hard work has paid off.
je ne vous laisserai
Thank
pas
you, my
tomber.
lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Bloody hell. Empty. Squire! Fetch us more wine.
Can you give me a hand?
Ah, le relou.
Come on. Make it up to you.
Allez, je suis gentil.
Yeah, no problem.
I have been a squire longer than you.
So?
I outrank you. You should help me. Fetch more wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norrin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, a liar, and an arrogant prick.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norrin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming. But not by much.
Don't get angry with me. We're no different, you and I.
Aye, but I'm not the son of a pig farmer. My father had dignity.
Ah, sympa.
All I'm saying
Il cherche
is,
les claques, lui.
at this rate, we'll never be more than this, which is nothing.
The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. Pulling wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste of fucking time.
Allez, je vais être encourageant.
Give it time. You'll get there.
More easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
It's right over there.
Ah oui, jumeau bastion de la maison. Ah oui, c'est en fait on
Take your time.
est juste à côté.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Fucking phrase.
Nice night for a wedding. Not often he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Ah, c'est pas mal.
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What? What's wrong? What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd. You've had too much wine.
We need to get back. Now.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
Then take the fucking flagon already.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Owen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush. But what about... What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you? What's the rush? Just don't need a fucking run.
We have to warn the others.
Warn them about what?
There's no time to explain. We need to find Roderick. He's out there by himself.
Fuck! We need to get back to camp.
Difficultés qui vont.
Garen, we have to get back.
A gift from the king!
Ready, boys! Whoa! Shoot that one! What?
C'est pas facile. C'est pas facile la cible en cours de course là.
Look out!
On va se faire dégommer là. J'ai appuyé sur les bonnes directions. What? Valar Morghulis. Valar Morghulis. Pourtant j'ai appuyé sur les bonnes directions, c'est bizarre. Bon, on va essayer de faire ça un peu plus rapidement, mais bon, j'allais faire. Peut-être que j'accélère au niveau de la. Ah, mais c'est dur là. Ah oui, d'accord. En fait, il fallait que j'accélère. C'est bon. Fatality.
Good fucking riddance.
Écrasé par un cheval.
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Speak up, Garrett.
Did you see him or not?
I tried to save him, but there was nothing I could do.
Find a weapon, quickly!
On prend l'arme.
Walter Free, you fucking traitor!
Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Seven hells.
We have to keep moving, my lord.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs.
Walter Frey says time to overrun
Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste. I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors.
Walter Frey says
You have to
about
go.
stage, you're welcome to the fucking torch.
I won't leave you, my lord.
Can, and you will.
My lord,
By the gods, you will obey me.
Ok, ok, c'est bon.
Tell your uncle. Tell him. The North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan. The future of the house may depend on it.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those
Now
foresters.
go. On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters.
With love from Walter Frey.
Mais reste pas planté là, cours! Ah, le poulet! Allez, fonce! Le mec, il veut vraiment crever, quoi. Oh, même avec le générique et tout, ils ont fait en version. Ah, c'est énorme! Bon, j'aime bien le côté. Enfin, j'aime bien le style graphique. Le problème des Telltale, c'est c'est l'aspect technique, quoi. Il y a des bugs, il y a des ralentissements, il y a des. On va voir ce que ça donne là, hein. Peut-être que c'est mieux. Ça a l'air mieux quand même que d'habitude. Si, il y a des petites saccades, mais bon. Ah oui, si, il y a des grosses saccades. Ça dépend. Ouais, il y a des saccades. Bon, après, je sais pas si c'est. Ça peut être plein de choses. La glace naît le fer. Ouais, c'est joli quoi. C'est un style qui est sympa. Oui, j'ai pris une traduction FR perso. Enfin, pas officielle. Alors, et aussi j'ai rajouté un mode pour que les arrière-plans, parce que à l'origine les arrière-plans sont un peu un effet de peinture, enfin qui est censé faire un effet de peinture, mais qui c'est vrai que c'est pas très beau. Donc là c'est plus propre, c'est un peu mieux. Bon, alors, bon j'imagine qu'il faut aller à droite, ou pas. Est-ce qu'on peut courir? Ouais, on peut, comme d'habitude, pas courir, mais marcher de manière rapide. Ah si, c'était bien par là. Est-ce qu'on peut aller à gauche ou pas? Non, d'accord. Hmm.
That's Father's car.
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this. Winter may be coming, but at least he'll have his bacon.
J'ose pas avancer, moi. Je vais me faire... Ok. C'est vrai que le cochon était très menaçant.
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the fucking pigs.
On tire l'épée ou pas? Ouais, allez, on tire l'épée.
I'm going to kill you.
Je sais pas si je dois avoir
Is
aucune
that
chance.
so? You can try if you like, and then we'll feed you to the pigs.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he like a proper lordly sword like that.
No.
I'll have that sword, boy.
Come get it, you bastard.
Ah, je... Aïe, aïe, aïe. Ouais, j'aurais jamais dû...
Finish this fucking pig farmer.
Pathetic.
Aïe, 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 aïe. J'ai fait le choix, le pire choix, je pense. Ah!
You really are a pig farmer.
La fourche ou la... Voilà, c'est mieux. Ouh! Il a mal. Ah, récupère ton épée. Ça va quand même, il se débrouille bien.
Mercy. Please. I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you. I was only following orders.
Bah, allez, je suis gentil.
Thank you.
Par contre, si je te retrouve...
Lord Whitehill will see you hang for this. That much I promise.
Et voilà, au moins j'ai défendu ma terre. Ah, comment il court. Ça fait plusieurs fois que je repère là. Il court n'importe comment.
Garrett, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid. I tried to stop them.
I'll kill the men who did this.
Oh, c'est joli ça.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the Maester! Meet us in the Great Hall! Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers? And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you.
They attacked me. I had no choice but to defend myself.
Of course. And
C'est
we
pas
can't let the
exactement ce
Whitehills
que...
just walk all over us.
J'aurais pas dû dire ça.
These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Ouais, j'ai pas envie, moi. Oh. Ah non. Oh non.
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Well, what do we do now?
The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now. Although he is young, and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft. I imagine I'd be pretty good with a sword.
Roderick had already fallen. There was nothing we could do.
Although I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg.
Oh, ça a l'air d'aller.
Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
D'accord. Chaise du Lord. Matériel médical. Est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose à droite? Ouais. Comme d'habitude. Ah! Bouclier et fenêtre.
The Ironwood Grove. An ironwood shield.
The strongest wood in the known world.
Ah, ça a bugué le texte. Bon. En fait, j'ai l'impression que c'est quand je me suis rapproché de la chaise qu'il a commencé à parler, et puis moi je l'ai coupé en appuyant sur le menu, mais bon, c'est pas grave. Ah bah oui, il y a encore autre chose là.
Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately. Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now. Mira. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home. Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself. Ryan. Never easy being the fourth-born son. Lord Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good. Roderick. He was our best warrior by far.
Mm-hmm. I may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
Ah si, je boite un peu quand même. Le menu codex. Ah oui, d'accord. Gregor Forrester, Seigneur Diana Wrath. Lady Elissa Forrester. Roderick. Asher. Mira. Ethan. Ah oui, Ethan c'est le jeune. D'accord, c'est celui qu'on voit sur le menu principal. Talia. Ryan. Et myself. Garrett Tuttle. Ah oui, donc je suis pas Forrester, je suis un Tuttle. Tuttle. Là, tu t'es avec des histoires d'héroïsme. Le fils d'un éleveur de cochons. Ouais. Ah, il servit le Lord Forrester pendant de longs mois dans l'armée du roi Rob et est désormais prêt à devenir un guerrier à part entière. Duncan Tuttle. Donc c'est à lui qu'il faut que je parle, qu'il faut que je dise, enfin que je transmette le message. Et certainement pas à lui. Je fais pas confiance ce gars. Le maître. Horton Green. Oui, donc celui qui m'a aidé là, c'est le maître. Et Malcolm Manfield. Ah, il y en a pas mal quand même. Ancien siège de la maison Forrester. Alors, donc, que je me gourre pas, il faut que je ne parle. Je dois ne parler qu'à Duncan Tuttle. Allez. Allons voir le truc du médecin là.
This might help.
C'était les verts en fait. Mais j'ai pas envie de toucher ça.
Rather
Moi.
cute little creatures, aren't they?
I guess.
Bon, maintenant je peux lui parler normalement. Montrer l'épée.
No, you see there? You're limping
I'm
again.
fine, really.
Ah oui, il y a peut-être quelque chose là, non? Ah, je lutte. Non, non. Non, il n'y a rien. je vais lui parler, mais alors du coup, je ne lui parle pas de l'épée.
Keep moving. I need to see you walk.
Encore? Mais non.
Does your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you.
Qui est le nouveau lord de la maison? Pourquoi les Whitehill nous détestent-ils?
Why do the Whitehills hate the Foresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
Ok. Est-ce que les Whitehill veulent notre ferrugier?
The Whitehills want Forester Ironwood.
Ah, they'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left, just as they've done before.
Ok.
Who is the new Lord of House Forester?
Why, Ethan, of course. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
What will happen to me now?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although given the circumstances of your... circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Can I see Ethan? Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing his lute.
Ok. Puis-je partir maintenant?
Can I go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family... I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know. Whatever you can recall.
He saved my life, my lady.
Yet not Roderick's.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
He fought valiantly, my lady.
Of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember. It would mean so much to the family.
Bosquet du Nord. Ah, je sais
He
pas.
mentioned something about the North Grove.
The North Grove? What of it?
He said...
Ah
The
merde!
North Grove must
Attends,
never
j'aurais
be
pas dû...
lost.
Merde, le
The North Grove. Interesting.
J'étais focalisé sur l'épée.
I see. You have the Forrester's
Ah,
sword.
j'aurais jamais dû dire ça.
Ethan should have it, now that he is Lord.
Lord
le
Forrester asked me to
crétin.
return it to the house. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Faut pas me
Thank you.
confier un secret, là.
Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous,
Ah là là
especially
là
now.
là 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 là.
Now is the time to prove
Qu'est-ce que
our
ça va
strength
donner, ça?
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
against aggression.
Ouais.
Duncan,
Ah,
this
je
was
respecte.
our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forester land.
They killed my family.
And they'll pay for what they've done. That much, I promise. But now is not the time for vengeance.
If not now, when?
We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing?
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard.
Non, non,
It was
soyez
his family
intelligent
they
avec-
killed.
après la connerie que j'ai
My
faite.
uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the same, as any man would.
I've done nothing wrong.
Not in their eyes. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay? Duncan, the boy has suffered enough.
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall. The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so vulnerable.
Uncle, my place is here. Who would defend the house? You said we need men who can fight.
There'd be nothing we could do to protect you. To stay would bring destruction upon us all. I know that's not what you want. I know it's difficult to understand. But you must think of the house.
I won't put others at risk. I'll go.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
That settles it then.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The Whitehills will come looking for you. Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given a chance. I would, and God's willing someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. I know you want to stay, but Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
I'll do what's best.
Which often isn't what's easiest, but necessary nonetheless.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
Ah, enfin. Que je me rattrape un peu, là.
What? What is it?
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry. You caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you?
Eh merde.
This is important, Garrett.
Je l'ai dit.
need to
Je vais
know
pas
the
mentir
truth.
cette fois-ci. Parce que j'ai fait une
I
bêtise.
told Lady Forrester, and Maester Ortengryn overheard.
I appreciate your honesty, but Lord Forrester's message was not meant for their ears. I'll speak with Lady Forrester, and I'll deal with the Maester. He's the last person I would trust with this information. Which is why, from this day forward, this must be our secret. Soon, I may need your help. But I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
Bon, cette fois-ci, je garderai ma bouche fermée. Parce que...
Iron from ice.
Iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the wall will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll serve with honor.
I know you will.
Garrett, wait!
Ah, Et si je veux pas?
Be safe.
Ah, même pas au revoir, quoi. Normal. Waouh.
Ethan? Ethan!
Forrester, Lord de la maison Forrester. Ah oui, c'est le gamin.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore.
Elle l'a vu.
Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I'm here. It's okay. Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
A stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengryn said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
He doesn't know me, or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword, like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training. and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them. It's for you to decide for yourself.
I promise I won't change.
Good, because I'd rather have a brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted
Pas
for
comme ça que
once.
ça marche.
But Ethan will be a good lord. A proper lord.
That's not how it works.
Well, that's how it should work. You are the lord.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay. With his family.
Ouais, mais
Lord
bon,
Whitehill is a mean old man anyways.
qu'il saigne.
Someone should tell
Ouais, je
him
vais
to
le
leave us
suivre.
alone.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Après, je me méfie de lui, là. Donc si je lui tiens tête, on sait jamais.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
The business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
What should I say to him?
Tell him and his men to leave.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss.
Allez, soyons polis.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Ah, j'aurais pas dû lui serrer la
I've
main.
been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
How dare you?
I dare, and I'll do as I damn well please. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Calm yourself, old man.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
We all serve House Bolton now.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Ouais, ça serait bien de commencer par ça.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason? You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men? And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men?
Ah, j'ai envie de
I know he's
des
here.
baffes.
What have you done with him?
Je m'en suis chargé. Nous ne l'avons pas vu.
We haven't seen him. He was never here.
You little liar.
Ah merde.
I will find him. By the gods, you better hope I do, because if I don't, I'm holding you responsible. And you'll answer for what he's done. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Ah, enfin il y a quelqu'un qui va le claquer là.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
Thank you for coming, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
We're in the right, Lord Whitehill. Remember that.
Il s'en souviendra. Ah la tête. C'est lui là, faut le dégommer.
Your son did well, my lady. He kept his wits while Lord Whitehill lost his temper. A lesser man would have been rattled, but Ethan here held his ground.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once. Your sister
Donc à
can
chaque
help
fois qu'il y
us.
a l'arbre, bon, il y a une décision importante
Although
qui a été
just
faite.
a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Oh. Une petite pièce. Ferraille brute. Pièce Yunkaienne. Lettre inachevée et broche de haut jardin.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Helena.
Ah, je peux pas les prendre, d'accord.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. Ethan made this for me.
J'ai fait regarder, donc maintenant on va lire.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
C'est dommage que certains mouvements soient très statiques en fait. Quand ils se déplacent, ils sont très... Il y a certaines animations qui sont bien faites et d'autres qui sont mal faites. C'est inégal, donc c'est un peu dommage. Parce que sinon, visuellement, franchement, moi, je trouve ça pas mal en fait. Comme tous les Telltale, hein, en général, ils avaient vraiment un style
Wonders
graphique
made by
agréable.
man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
On va voir le bras zéro et après la vue. Ah, c'est tout? Ok. Ah, attends, là on est au max. Le bras zéro, y a rien. Ouais, non, c'est juste pour ça, ok. C'est pas très chaud ici. Bon, bah la vue alors. À moins qu'il y ait quelque chose encore. Ah oui, attends. Ça là. Lettre de sa mère. Bon, on va regarder par la fenêtre et puis après on va lire la lettre.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Et elle est à King's Landing. King's Landing. J'ai du mal. Je sais pas pourquoi.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Ouais, il a pas la voix qui correspond vraiment à sa... le laisser entrer.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Il a une voix vachement grave par rapport à sa taille. Ah non, c'est pas un gamin, ouais d'accord, j'y cru. Il est suspect.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
Why are you telling me this?
I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
Ah, j'ai cru que c'était la scène où...
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble.
Ouais, il lui a dit qu'elle la considérait comme
Most
sa
people
sœur.
don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Et je pensais que c'était la scène en fait où Marjorie dit à Cersei qu'elle la considère comme sa sœur et... Oh tiens, bah tiens, Marjorie.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her.
Oula.
Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Ça va être compliqué, ça.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Non, c'est pas mal, ça.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
On va voir Cersei, là. On va voir le roi aussi, alors, du coup. Ah non, c'est Tyrion.
You can do this.
Ah, faut que j'avance. Ok. Oui, je peux avancer que tout droit de toute façon. Ouais. Ah ouais, il y a Tyrion.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
Ah, en plus, c'est les voix des...
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet... For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Wow, 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 wow. Ils étaient nos gardiens.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good.
The girl did say their loyalty was unwavering.
She has a talent for equivocation, yet I question what she really thinks. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Bah... Absolument.
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey. If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father.
Ah merde, ouais. Chaque fois.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
I won't dishonor myself, Your Grace.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
Elle a seulement suivi son cœur.
She was
Allez.
just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point
mince.
to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Décidément.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would.
girl answer the question. Go on.
Être fidèle envers le... Ma loyauté
My
ne changera pas.
loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer.
Ah.
I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games. Who do you choose?
Mon roi, bien sûr.
The king, of course.
Well said. I
Bah
was
ouais,
beginning
mais...
to worry you didn't
Désolé,
have your
Marjorie.
priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
Il se fout de la gueule de...
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging.
Ah...
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of
Non.
course, Your Grace.
Mince, j'ai encore fait une connerie. Il est pas très bien fait, Tyrion. Il y a un truc qui va pas.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear.
Ça,
Poor
c'est
Lady
clair.
Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can.
Ah oui, ça c'est sûr.
She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard. Not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure Ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
Oh là 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 là. J'ai
It may
peur
be
de-
far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a
Vas-y, je vais
thing.
dire
It's
oui.
a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion.
C'est pas grave.
Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you?
Le mec qui prend tous les risques.
I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Je vais m'arrêter là. Ça a sauvegardé.
Mira.
Hop, petite pause. Je vais m'arrêter là. Je continuerai prochain stream. Bah, franchement, c'est pas mal pour l'instant. J'aime bien. C'est posé, des petits choix de dialogue. C'est un Telltale classique. Mais ça passe bien et puis c'est pas trop buggé finalement. Voilà, donc j'espère que ça vous a plu. Et je streamerai bientôt. Peut-être cette semaine encore. On verra. Voilà. Bonne soirée. Et à bientôt. Salut.